14 surprising scientific facts about babies you didn't know. As you are likely learning as a parent, your little one is full of surprises. Cute, cuddly and full of curiosity, babies are amazing to say the least. A baby can brighten a room with its smile, melt a heart with its laugh and provide a whole new perspective on life. Understand your little one better with these amazing baby facts. 1. Learning to talk begins in the womb. Your baby could hear your voice and other sounds from about 23 weeks of pregnancy. So although she won't say her first word until she's about a year old, she's learning about language right from the start. Your voice is your baby's favorite sound. It's never too early to start reading to your baby, and the more words she hears now, the better her language skills are likely to be later on. 2. Babies are born with the ability to swim. Newborns naturally hold their breath when underwater, and even splash about with their arms and legs. If you take your baby to a swimming class, you'll see these innate talents in action. When you do go swimming with your baby, make sure that she doesn't get too chilly. Choose a special baby pool with warm water, or try a baby wetsuit instead of a regular swimming costume. 3. Birthmarks are surprisingly common. About 80% of babies are born with a birthmark of some kind. The most common type is a stork mark, also known as a salmon patch or angel kiss. This is a pale pink patch on your baby's face or neck, which may appear more red when she cries. Stork marks usually disappear within 6 months. 4. Newborns are short-sighted. Newborn babies can only see clearly about 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters, 8 inches to 12 inches, in front of their faces. Everything else is a blur of light, shape and movement. By the time your baby's 1 month or 2 months old, she'll be able to focus her eyes on a toy when you move it in front of her face. 5. Babies have more bones than adults. Your baby was born with about 300 bones. As she grows, many of these will get harder, and some will fuse together. For example, the skull starts as 3 pieces of bone joined by cartilage, so that it can fit through the birth canal. This is why your baby's head has soft spots. 6. Breastfeeding takes practice. Babies need to learn how to feed from the breast, just as you need to learn how to help them latch on. This can make the first few weeks of breastfeeding tricky and uncomfortable, but it does get easier with time. Babies have tiny tummies, and need to feed often at first. 7. Babies' stomachs are surprisingly tiny. A newborn's stomach is only the size of a hazelnut. This explains why very young babies need to feed so often. They just don't have room in their tiny tummies to drink all the milk they need at once. It also means that even the smallest of air bubbles takes up precious space, which is why your baby may need winding during and after feeds. 8. It's normal for newborns to lose weight. Some breastfeeding moms worry that if their newborn loses weight in the first few days, it means they're not getting enough breast milk. This isn't true. In the first few days after your baby's born, it's normal for her to lose between 5% and 10% of her body weight. Most babies get back to their birth weight by the time they're about 2 weeks old. 9. Baby poo changes over time. Your baby's first poos are made up of a dark, sticky substance called meconium. After that, what you find in your baby's nappy will depend on whether you're breastfeeding or formula feeding. One unsung benefit of breastfeeding is that it tends to make baby poo less smelly. Try not to worry too much about how often your baby does a poo. It may be several times a day, it may be once every 3 days. 10. Nappies can hide other surprises, too. Babies are born with extra fluid in their bodies, which can cause their genitals to be a bit swollen for the first few days. Baby girls are also born with some of their mother's hormones, and this can sometimes result in a creamy white discharge, or even a mini period in the first few days. 11. White noise is magic. Your baby will be soothed and comforted by sounds that remind her of the rhythmic noises she heard in your womb, uterus. The sound of your heartbeat when you hold her close during skin to skin may also help to calm her and regulate her breathing. 12. Your baby loves your scent. Your baby could smell and taste before she was even born. She'll quickly grow to love your own natural scent, and it may help to soothe and calm her when she's upset. So try to avoid using strong-smelling toiletries in the early weeks with your newborn. 13. Babies learn much faster than adults. Even before she was born, your baby learned to recognize your voice, and perhaps even your partner's. Now that she's surrounded by so much stimulation, she's learning all the time. Take advantage of this amazing capacity for learning by talking, reading and singing to your baby whenever you can. 14. Boys' and girls' brains are different. Research suggests that newborn boys' brains may grow faster than girls' brains in the first 3 months, particularly in areas that control movement. On the other hand, girls may have more sensitive senses, meaning that they can see and hear better than boys to begin with. However, the way you care for your baby is likely to have a much bigger effect on their development than whether they're a girl or a boy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.